would not get a deal done by that time, and it looks like that is very well not going to happen. Alexa Filippo reported that the WNBA has offered players a 30-day extension to continue negotiations for a new collective bargaining agreement.
The WNBA is facing one of the most intense moments in its history. The league has just offered its players' union a 30-day extension to continue negotiating the new collective bargaining agreement, and it's causing shockwaves across the basketball world. This isn't just another sports contract update. This could redefine the future of women's basketball, from salaries and travel to respect and equality. Fans are calling it a make-or-break moment. Players are speaking louder than ever. And behind closed doors, both sides are preparing for a fight that could reshape the league forever. The question now is, will this 30-day extension bring progress or ignite a showdown that changes everything? The 30-day extension explained. The current collective bargaining agreement, or CBA, was set to expire at the end of October. Instead of letting it end, the WNBA offered a 30-day extension to give both sides more time to negotiate. On paper, that sounds like cooperation, but inside the league, it's a sign of tension and strategy. For months, the players and the league have been at odds over several key issues: pay, travel conditions, revenue sharing, and overall investment in player welfare. The players' union believes that after years of sacrifice and growth, the time for promises is over. They want results. This 30-day period is not a simple delay, it's a high-pressure countdown. Each day that passes without progress increases the risk of a breakdown that could affect the next WNBA season, free agency, sponsorships, and even the league's public image.
Cameron Williams is coming off a massive game for Michigan. She was 23 points, 3 rebounds.
Again! Stop it!
What the players want. The WNBA has exploded in popularity in recent years. Star players like A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, Caitlin Clark, and Sabrina Ionescu are household names. Games are selling out, social media clips are going viral, and fans are more engaged than ever. The league has finally captured mainstream attention, yet players argue they're not being compensated anywhere near their value. The average WNBA salary sits between $150,000 and $200,000 per year. Compare that to the league's growth: more sponsorships, media deals, and international coverage. It's a paradox. The league is thriving, but its athletes still face outdated pay structures. Players want more than just a raise. They want fairness. They're asking for a larger share of the revenue they help generate. They want consistent access to charter flights so they don't have to deal with exhausting commercial travel schedules between games. They want maternity protections, better medical support, and respect for their off-court time. In short, they're asking for a league that treats them like professional athletes, not like they're still fighting for recognition in a system built decades ago. Why the league is hesitant. From the WNBA's perspective, things aren't so black and white. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has emphasized that the league is still growing and that while revenue has increased, expenses have also multiplied. Charter flights, expanded marketing, and the introduction of new teams all cost serious money. The league argues that rapid pay increases could destabilize finances before the business foundation is strong enough to handle them. They want controlled, sustainable growth, not a rush that could backfire. However, many fans and players feel that this growth phase argument has been used too often. The WNBA has been around for nearly 3 decades. Players are tired of hearing, "Be patient." While they see how much value they bring to the sport, they know what they're worth, and they're not afraid to say it anymore. The rise of player voices. This time, the tone from players is very different. They're not just negotiating quietly behind closed doors. They're going public, and they're going viral. Napheesa Collier, one of the league's biggest stars, recently said, "If we want players to stay in this league, we have to make it worth it." That statement caught fire online, sparking a nationwide conversation about player compensation, league structure, and respect for women's sports. Jackie Young, a 3-time champion, added fuel to the fire by demanding fair revenue sharing between the league and players. These aren't isolated comments. They're part of a growing movement within the WNBA that's uniting athletes under one message: enough is enough. Even NBA Commissioner Adam Silver recently voiced support for WNBA players, saying they deserve big raises in the next CBA. When the head of the NBA publicly acknowledges the pay gap, it sends a message. The conversation has gone beyond the locker room and straight into boardrooms and living rooms around the world. The power shift. For years, the league held most of the leverage, but things are changing fast. Players now have social media platforms with millions of followers. They have fan bases, brands, and public support. They can rally attention in ways that weren't possible a decade ago. This means the WNBA can't quietly dismiss their concerns anymore. The world is watching, and the players know it. Fans want transparency, fairness, and progress. Sponsors want a league that reflects modern values. The old playbook of stay quiet and play ball no longer works. The players' union is stronger than ever. With athletes banding together publicly, it's harder for the league to push one-sided deals. Every tweet, every interview, and every viral moment adds pressure. The 30-day clock isn't just about contracts, it's about leverage and image. Why this extension matters so much, a 30-day extension might sound like a small thing, but it's massive in reality. It buys the league time to calm the situation, or it gives the players time to organize. If they can't reach a deal within that period, the players can opt out and force a full renegotiation, which could lead to a strike or lockout. That would be disastrous for the league's momentum. Attendance is up, media coverage is expanding, and the WNBA is finally being talked about alongside major men's sports. A disruption now would risk undoing years of progress, but at the same time, not standing up for fairness could cost the league its credibility with fans and players alike. This is a high-stakes standoff. Both sides know they're playing for more than money. They're playing for the soul of the league. The fans' fans are more engaged than ever, and they're choosing sides. On one hand, you have supporters of the players demanding equality and fair compensation. On the other, you have those who argue the league must stay financially realistic to survive long-term. Social media is flooded with debates, reaction videos, and emotional takes. Every comment section becomes a mini courtroom. Some fans say, "Pay the players what they deserve," while others respond, "The money has to come from somewhere." This fan engagement is a double-edged sword for the league. It brings attention but also pressure. Every public move is being judged, shared, and debated. The WNBA can't afford to mishandle its messaging now. Behind closed doors. Inside the negotiation rooms, sources report that discussions are intense but civil. Both sides want the league to grow, but they disagree on how. Players want immediate action. The league wants gradual evolution. The union is focused on revenue transparency, better working conditions, and a voice in decision-making. They're asking, how much does the WNBA actually make from sponsorships, TV deals, and merchandise? If players drive those numbers up, they want a share of it. Meanwhile, the league's representatives are balancing that against long-term strategy expansion teams, brand development, and profitability. It's a clash of visions. The players want to build with the league, while the build league and white league still acts like it's building for the players. What's at stake? This extension isn't just about next season, it's about setting the tone for the next decade of women's basketball. The outcomes of these talks will determine whether the WNBA continues to grow sustainably or enters another cycle of frustration and talent drain. If the players win strong terms, it could signal a new era where women athletes have real financial power. That could attract more young talent, increase international interest, and even push other leagues to follow suit. But if the negotiations fail, the WNBA risks alienating its own stars. Players might continue going overseas during the off-season, where they can earn several times more money. That weakens the league's product and its brand. This moment will be remembered as either the turning point where the WNBA evolved or the point where it stumbled under its own success.
I don't really care what happens. It doesn't really matter. I don't play golf for a living, and just have fun with it. Like, this isn't, super serious. Enjoy the experiences. There were so many people that would, kill to be in my position or be in my shoes or...
Looking ahead over the next few weeks, fans should expect more public statements, interviews, and social media posts from players and officials. The conversation isn't going away, it's just getting louder. Every update will matter. Every word will be analyzed. The media will amplify every disagreement, and fans will amplify every rumor. The 30-day extension is the quiet before the storm, and when that deadline hits, the entire sports world will be watching to see who blinks first. The next CBA will decide salaries, benefits, marketing, and even the future of expansion. It's not an exaggeration to say that this single negotiation could define the WNBA for a generation. So here's the big question. Is this 30-day extension a step forward or a stall tactic? Are the league and players on the same page or heading toward a historic collision? The WNBA has never been this popular, this powerful, or this close to real transformation. The only question left is whether the league's leadership and its stars can finally agree on what that transformation looks like. What do you think? Should the WNBA pay its players more now, or wait until profits rise further? Do you believe this negotiation will lead to lasting change or another cycle of frustration? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. The best takes will be featured in the next episode. And if you care about the truth behind every headline, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned, because this 30-day countdown might just decide the future of the WNBA.